No, hello, hello. Right. Bit of an impromptu one. I was in the middle of playing Star Citizen and I thought, you know what, I better start a stream. And then I thought, well, better do STO. So, just this light. It's not reflecting off of me too much. So to do my endeavours for today, I logged in before the downtime and did the event. So my main has 4 days left. Start getting the extra points towards the main campaign. So happy days on that one. Don't know what I'll take this year, but I dare say I'll find something. So first thing I want to do is start selling some stuff on the exchange, because that would just be nice. So we got, so on one of my accounts I got a T6 ship earlier on from the keys in the promo. So that box will sit there and we'll see what Infinity ships we get this year. If we actually get a decent one, I'll have a box sitting there specifically for that. I'm just getting rid of the rest of the bumf that came out of the boxes. I need to grab something for the low buy store. Dragging that about. Oh. Yes, this is my rest and relaxation time tonight because I got absolutely smashed at work today. My boss is having an inspection in a couple of weeks' time at one of our offices, and our offices are a mess. So it was a case of go out and clean up a shipping container so we could fit more stuff in it from the actual office building. Me being me, decided, ooh, I actually got a decent thing. What does that do? I don't do ground anyway. I was going to say I might keep a hold of that, but I don't do ground, so. And that was on the free to play account, and that one popped on. Do you know that trait there, that directed lithium burn, sells for about, I think it was 6 or 7 million on Xbox? These Starship traits that are cheap as chips on PC are very, very expensive on console for some weird bizarre reason. I suppose less supply, I would imagine, but there we go. Yeah, I think folk were expecting the new uniform somehow, and not the Academy one from in the game. Shield turn on. Holy shit. It's a damn shame that one doesn't sell to that price as well. Now I need to open up these bloody dilithium claims. I've got tons of them. Oh, you know, there's a kit module. Let's see what we can get with this. What's that? Personal transporter. What's the bet in that's worth absolutely hot? Let's see if I can get an Omni from this. I will, however, as I was just about to say, or the Vanity Shield. So the Vanity Shield's dropped. There we go. It is a day for profits. I don't think so. If I'm brutally honest with you, I think the license they've got is for all the shows, current and future. At least that's what I keep getting told. What is that going for? The cheapest chips, ain't it? I remember they used to be a couple $100 million. So I'm surprised this one hasn't been added to the dilithium store yet. I've already got it. Got it when I got the ship, when the lot boxes first dropped. We'll sell it. And I've got some coinage there, so you know that. Get some more keys whilst we're at it. Somebody's selling them cheap. Soon we get another cheap one. Oh, we can. There we go. Somebody's evidently desperate for EC. That'll do me. I'm getting our 5 boxes open. Now the personal trait. The stuff from the green box was pretty much just the green shield turn on and the Polaron weapons. That was pretty much it. Scrap. I'm going to check the prices on some of them. At the low-buy store, I want to grab a special torpedo, and that goes with it, doesn't it? Yep, I grab that as well. It's just for a theme build. I wish I had more Enterprise era weapons. Might even get a pack of them if the anniversary event is Enterprise era, because that would be nice. The ground side of things. Scan through. Yep. Costume wise. Don't care about that, don't care about that, or that, or that. Got that. Nah. Maybe. I don't care about that. Got them anyway, definitely don't care about that. Got that. Nah, you're alright. Kelvin timeline ones. I got a turn outfit. Got the wells. DS9. Maybe grab a ship whilst I'm in and tuck it away somewhere. Grab an Atlas. Right. That's pretty much the shopping done. Let's use exchange again. I will get on with the endeavours just shortly, I do promise. Oh, excuse me. That's what I was going to do. Space trait. Context going for. Pretty much the same. Says somebody's been opening a lot of lockboxes and just dumping space traits in for the same price across the board. I need that light. Might round this way a bit because I'm struggling to see now. Right. Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'll be kicking about then. What Con's going for? That seems to be going for around about the same price. I'll just get Uncon and that'll set up quick. Ah, yeah, bastard. Too much stuff up in the exchange. Right, much checking for combat shot just dropped price. just going to dismiss a lot of them. Post that. Grab all of them. There we go. Alright. Let's get over 400 of them there. Happy days. Just sell that actually. See what that's going for. Yes, I know it's going to exceed it, that's fine. That there as well, and let's upgrade you. Aye. It's quite quick that was. Let's upgrade you as well. Claim that one first, that does help. This one's going to take a little longer by the looks of it. Right, what have you got? Can't re-engineer you anyway. Let's re-engineer that. What we got? Damage. That's it. Oh, and yep. Perfect. Excellent. Right. Now the question is, what the hell do these body things do? I just bought. What does that do? +5 max weapons power, power transfer rate, reactivating bridge officer abilities, that drain shields or drain energy apply. Yeah, that's fine. Don't really do too much of that anyway. That's helpful. It tells you what the set does, doesn't it? Where's that torpedo? I am blind. Where the hell did the bloody torpedo go? So, more details. Let's get 20% bonus damage on hit if targets near shield facing us down. That's nice. Again, it's part of the set, but it doesn't actually tell you what the set does. That's most frustrating. There you go. Uncon sold straight away. Right. We are going to jump characters and pour on damage space. We harvest ground materials, and then we'll destroy the Terran ships in the battle zone. And the reason I'm swapping is because I have a Jem'Hadar ready to rock and roll with Polaron weapons. And it's got the funky shield on it. There you go. Now, if I remember correctly, it's a CSV setup. What I am going to do is I'm going to go and change over because I am feeling, with the anniversary coming up, an alliance mood tonight. So I'm thinking we'll start off in the Rex in this one. Might swing over to the Romulan tune for a couple of TFOs, and we'll take out the Jarok. And then over into the Klingon for the Tamir. And then back to the main where we can play about with the Kittimer and the Garrett. Bit of Fakiri shield on that as well, just for shits and giggles. That on. Right, I'll swap all these over for the Breen Poleron weapons. Tilly's and with that warp core, comp engines. This one is quite a bit out of date purely because I haven't actually used the Rex in this character since it first came out. Not tell you, since I created the character, I used the Rex as the beginning ship. But hold on, there we go. So this build's going to be slightly out of whack. Yeah, pop, what we got? Hey, it's not bad. If you had the first one, the first Fakiri Vanity Shield, this one's just a slightly different colour. It looks nice on quite a lot of ships. So I've got it in the Rex just now, we'll see it when I beam up. It's just a finish doing the build on this. Where's Gemini? Gemini on that. I don't know why I hit that's on. I'll put that on for the cannons. And chronophage. What's that do? No, that's that bridge console, it's crap. I was looking for. Dan, straight in with the bits, thank you very much, pal. Yep. I say this one is very, very similar to it. So obviously different colour scheme, but I say I'll show you in a wee second. Just once I finish working out what I want else, what to put on this. I'll stick that on for the crit severity and crit chance. There we go. I'll take that off as well. I don't use that. I really need to go and do a lot of ships in this tune. That's what I'm looking for. I'll stick that on as well for the crit severity, crit chance. There we go. Right, stations, CSV. Spell wasted slot. What's this go on? Miracle Worker. absolutely hee-haw. What traits have I got in this character? I'm going to say none. Oh no, I've got uncon. There's a shock. I've got uncon. Hey. Barrage. Founders, yeah. There's weapons. Take off cam. Put that on. Of course, this will have half the stuff it should have. Times reality. Up the top, find that Romulan one that I'm looking for. Trying to make sure I can actually shoot something. That's my main goal here, is just to be able to actually shoot. Advanced target, that's something I wanted. Yeah, those ones there are right. Fantastic. I haven't got anything on here, right? What we got? The torpedoes. Let's see, these ones just get horsed. Feel about as much use as tits on fish, really. Yeah, I tell you what, that's only a couple of runs. It's not make that much of a difference. After spending the last 2 days doing Star Citizen, I got a pot. There is the Vanity Shield on the Rex. Obviously the Rex doesn't pull through the Rex colours per area, unfortunately, but you do get a rough idea of its colour scheme. A very nice reflection on it. As you can see, the shine there. Right, sorry, these body trees. Everything's going to get dumped in there just now. Yes, it is. Right. That's not. Sneaky wee one there. Right. Yes, is the simple answer. It's like any game at the moment. You do need to buy the game. Damn it, there goes my bloody mouse again. So you need to get a starter pack. So that's about £40 or $45, give or take. And then after that, if you're willing to do the grind, you can get ships and that in. Oh, Wizard, thank you very much for the follow. So, for example, I did a stream last week, and a very generous viewer sent me some in-game resources, about 150 million of the in-game currency, and with that I have bought 4 ships. for damn good ships, plus weapons and components, etc. So it is viable. You know, you can spend as much as you want or as little as you want. Those rumours are true. Folk will spend that kind of money on the game. Ticks. Just realised that since I'm running Uncon, that should be managed powered weapons. Put that on there, and then I'm going to switch that to science. Go and switch that to science. Get some Uncon triggers on it. Where the hell did you get Zen from? Dan, you got to pay attention, son. Nobody said anything about Zen. If I had 150 million Zen, do you seriously think I wouldn't be buying everything in the store at this moment in time? That is very true, Ian, and there is players that have spent that. Some have spent it within an extremely short period of time in order to try and be Spencer, for lack of a better phrase. And then started asking the community, I've got these ships, what can I do with them? Probably the first thing you should have thought about before you bought the ships, but hey, oh, that's just me. Analytics up there as well, target sensors. So yeah, I'll bring over the website in a wee second, and scare you a bit. I'm not exactly subtle. If they weren't such attention seeking, I wouldn't have mentioned it as much. Yeah, the Endeavours was no, that was done. Right, let's have, just before I jump in and do all these Endeavours now that we're mentioning it, let's have a quick look here. So you go in and you have to buy a starter pack. Yes, there is only one Spencer, but it doesn't stop him from seeking attention on every Spencer stream. Yeah, so starter packs. So I say £40 there. It's a decent little fighter ship. One for doing salvage, one for doing haulage, another fighter, a miner, exploration, and that. And then you get to the silly one. So for example, if I do the Ultimate Explorer pack, so that's £1,000. Lifetime insurance. So apparently when the game does come out of alpha and beta states, you will need to have insurance on your ships. So if that's got lifetime insurance, that'll be on all of these. So the Carrack, that's that big bastard there, which I have in game. I bought that with in-game currency. Pisces, that's a little explorer ship there. Cyclone, that's a little Dune buggy. So that's the Terrapin. The Pisces is in there somewhere. 400i, that's this thing that looks like Gonzo. That's a luxury touring craft. Don't know why we need luxury touring crafts, but we do. And X1 Force is a little hover bike. So that ship there, they sell for 600, that's 400, that's about 80 quid, that's about 50 quid, I have no idea how much that is. So if you're buying all the ships, it would make sense to buy the bundle. You also get your own specialist hangar. You get a little toy in the game. Don't know why you want a plushie, but you do. You get 40,000 in-game currency, which, to be perfectly honest with you, is pish. And this Carrack name reservation, so that is basically only you will have whatever you name your ship. You will be the only one to have that name on your ship. So no matter who's got a Carrack or any other ship in the game, you will have that name for you and you alone. So that's the extreme end of it. But as I say, for purely getting into the game, you could buy the 40 quid one. You know, you get the game, Silverhana, bit of in-game currency, and that's all you would ever have to spend in the game. So it's like buying a game like we used to have to do in the old days. And then after that, the ships that you can get in-game, you know, there's literally thousands, well, hundreds of them with varying price tags. $750 for a big bomber. 260 quid for a medical evac ship. So I've just bought this one in game, so I've not spent $350 on it. But I just picked it up today and I've been playing with it. It's very much like the Pelican from Halo in design. It's got VTOL engines. It does come with a tank as well, which you can land and drive out your hangar. Just like that picture there. And that's its entire point. It's a combat dropship. So it's got turrets and all the rest of it. I'm trying to see some of the more extreme versions. The new Tesla. Military version of it. Yeah. I was the same. And there's a one that they're designing just now that's going to be modular, so you can swap out components, you know, parts of the ship to create certain functions. A lot of these will look familiar because they are based off of, you know, other sci-fi series. TIE Interceptor, anybody? So that's what gives a little bit of the feel to it. There was one I was particularly wanted to show. There's one for $1,000 on its own, and that's flight ready, which means folk could have bought it. There's one for $2,000 almost. Javelin, $3,000, and that's in concept. A crew is 65, so that's 65 players you could have on that ship manning all the systems. It's mental. But as I said, they made $1 billion, and this is how they're building and funding the game. STO is not that much different. They just don't have such a high price tag. They just rely on volume more than cost. So, but every ship has its own unique individual interior. Yes, there is that Cheops, yep. That's true, yeah. Please keep buying it. That's what Nick's for. There was an even more expensive one. Can't find it. That was a £3,000 one. Venus the Hedgehog, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. I actually just picked that one up in game earlier on, and that's a big bastard. That's for salvaging. That's why I've not, nah, I don't think I've seen that one. You can buy, the more you buy, the higher up the rank you go. But if it's only 50 grand, then fuck it, I'll just buy them on when I get paid tomorrow. If only. Yes. So that's it. You can buy everything in game, but every ship has a specific function. So it's not like STO where you could take a miracle worker dreadnought and go and do science crap with it. You know, you'd have to, if you want to do salvaging, you've got to go and get a salvage ship. If you want to do combat, you've got to go and get fighters and gunships. If you want to do hauling, you've got to go and get hauling. Ah, nice. I'll go and buy that. Start an expansion pack and then I'll go and buy that pack. Aha. Works for me. As long as that's everything from now until the end of time, I'm happy with that. Right, anyway, back to STO. Tell my eagerness here. Right, let's go and do. I got this sphere of influence, and then we'll drop over to the Terran battle zone. To be honest with you, that's probably already in the game. Or a variation of it. Because as I say, near enough every ship that's in the game is based off of something from some sci-fi series. I was quite thankful. 2 of my 3 runs of the event had a jelly in it. I was one of them. So much easier. So much quicker. None of this Kobayashi Maru going boom by the 3rd round, I tell you. Done. Right, Terran ships in the Terran battle zone. Here we go. Rearrange the HUD. Have I got anything queued up? No, I don't. Right. Let's try and swap the DS9 and make our way up from there. It's only round the corner and over the hill. I'm trying to remember the keys to press as well. Pushing ground on con, they would lower the amount and remove the refresh. Yeah. Simple answer is don't do ground. And yes, we have the green engine trails as well. Yeah, most folk do. No, it's just by instinct with their cousins. It's just no worth it. Gravity kills for a couple hundred endeavour points. You're alright. Better ways of suffering, thank you very much. Right, we're a tenth of the way there already. Happy days. Yeah. It's been suggested quite a lot since it's, what, every 2 days, 3 days? You know, the reward should actually reflect that fact. Yeah. We can live the dream. Remember, the Endeavour system's the retention system for STO. You know, players are willing to do a 7-year grind to get a vanity shield. I'm doing it just because, well, force of habit. And also the fact it gives me something to do on the stream. Otherwise I'd be spending my Zen money gaming. Yeah. It would have been good had they just kept that going in the rotation.
The Mirror Universe bases are activating. We have 10 minutes to drive back as many as possible. Destroy the plasma control station and deactivate its auxiliary satellite.
I say, they don't want the Endeavour system getting completed too fast, is what they've said. Yes, the bonus one was nice, but I just need one more bloody chip to block. There we go. We are gone. Oh, $12. Thanks.
Focus fire on the plasma control station.
I think that was the bonus weekend, was to appease everybody for bitching about fucking increasing the level and making it a 7-year grind for new players, and the rewards not exactly being, you know, over the top and ecstatic. I'm gonna get a perk point. Right, so space one there is. I'll just have to do that. Let's change cat. Oh, damn, actually, let's do that. Let me save this. Let's jump over and see what the Romulans are up to. Yeah, no, I'm in the Derricks. I thought it was in the Jurok. I'll change that. And the points are only really relevant if you're actually doing builds and, you know, doing DPS. The rest of the time it's just folk don't even notice. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? There it is. I do have the winter shield in this one as well. Hey, who would have thought it? Yeah, but that's only if you're paying attention to that. Most of the players in the game will literally come in, do story missions and bugger off. Yeah, that's fine. Why is it I've got more ground traits in this one than I have space traits? That goes on. That goes on. That goes on. I think you might as well go on as well. Oh, definitely fireball escape. Oh, enhance and protect. Thank you very much. That's not a singularity code on this one, so don't need to worry about that. Oh, there's context. Stick that on. That's the offense with that as well. Nah, we'll stick with that one. Yeah, happy days. What am I missing? But the best thing to have on it for a bit of survivability is a 2-piece for the discovery rep. If you buy the tier 3 Romulan Warbird, the Valdor, at the ship station, you can get the absorb frequency generator, and that makes a big difference. And Twinkle Lights is a fun build out, yeah. Explains a lot, Dan. And I don't even know what I'm at. 526. That's basically because I didn't do endeavours for long enough because I couldn't be arsed. So stations is fine, traits are now fine. We've got in the active space. Right, we've got a torp one on when we don't have any torps. You on. Oh, that is an impressive amount of doffs I've got there. What the hell that'll do. Yeah. Build, loadouts, save. Go. I haven't got domino on this one. Yeah. Need to be back down and just check this. For DPRM, depending on your situation and if you play multiple tunes, it is in a Muds bundle. Dread Through the Ages, I think it is. Cheops won what? What did Cheops win? I didn't even know Mutara was on. I got absolutely no notification that they were actually on. Ah. Yeah. Never even knew they were on. Got no Twitch notification or anything for it. Yeah, it's fair enough. You probably can't argue that. Yes. Nice pun there, Eric. I like that. Right. Anyway. How have I got on this? I can actually swap out here. Now, we're doing a plasma build, so let's stick that on. It's also a carrier. So stick that on. Don't know why I took that body shield off, so I left that on. What does this give me? That's giving me more plasma damage. And what does this do? Critical chance. Not going to give me much. We'll set the broadside console on. There we go. Right. And we'll do a space random advanced in a few minutes. I need to go and get another drink. So I shall be back. And you can enjoy your slideshow. Okay, right. Let's see what's going to pop. Oh, Trek Master, thank you very much for the follow. Check now the notifications, make sure I've not missed anything. The 60s trousers. Gotta love them. Whiskey if you spell it correctly. Scottish whiskey doesn't have an E in it.
Two active Borg transwarp. The Borg are short.
Oh, I'm missing something. I forgot this is excessively long loading times. Yep. Didn't toggle.
Resistance is futile.
They're headed for the time. Stop them.
Yeah, I don't have emulating phaser lance on this. Why don't I have that? Never really been a rum drinker. Gin, yeah. Whiskey, definitely. Beer, obviously. Guinness if I'm in the mood, but I'd only have a couple. Yeah, I don't eat all of mine as well. I just got rid of a lot of them. I don't do these activate it and run around as something else on ground malarkey. Not my cup of tea. Oh, can't forget a good red wine either. Well, it depends what Borg it is, to be honest. fix that and put the emulating Phaser Lance on this. What about temporary thing on it? Do I actually have it on this too? No, I don't. How many ship slots have I got left in this one? 2 seconds. Grab this. I have a sneaky suspicion I haven't actually done the D7 either. Where did it go? Nothing Phaser Lance, where are you hiding? I haven't opened it yet, that's why. I also thought I'd done all the ships in this tune, and evidently I haven't done any. That just fills me with dread, that does. What's that on there? Is that rune there? Alright, is that fine? Yep, I have done the D7. That's fine. That's the main thing. And I'm going to try and raise this bloody chair up because it's doing again. Let's take me right out of the. No, that's better. More centered. Oh, board disconnected. Ah, heck it, why not? Stuff lying everywhere on this desk. I do need to get tidied up this weekend. Damn it, there's a big blue Andorian. I mean, hello, Dan. I know I'm not using your character's name. Get you in the next one, pup. Do one more after this on the Romulan, and then I'll switch to my main and we'll get out the Kittimer. There. I don't even have bloody approaching agony on this either. Bloody hell. That's what happens when I don't pay that much attention. I'll go to the right as I normally do. Well, nothing else, at least this one passes the time. At least I'm not crippling myself just now like I was all day at work. And as I will be all weekend, tidying out the garage. How idiots do bloody beacon of KOs. That's another thing that should be removed. See, something's using TOS phasers. Nice. Yeah, this one requires a lot of concentration.
I'm picking up a massive disturbance in fluidic space. Species 8472 is approaching.
I wonder if the Borg would ever just start calling the species by their names rather than by designations, I wonder. And speaking of the Borg, I wonder which Borg it is that's going to come in the next bloody episode. It should hopefully be the last one in this story arc. Wouldn't it surprise me if it was the Picard Borg that turned up? Or the new Borg Queen. There just to kick all the other collectives' asses. I would imagine that would probably be the Borg's original one.
The Undine will destroy the disconnected Borg ships. Stop them.
So their own biological race. I'll take a stab in the dark that that's who it is. And the question is, will we ever actually get to see the species that spawned the Borg? Because so far, it's been predominantly human, like species that we've seen as drones. Even before they've met humans. With the exception of, say, Enterprise and time travel. And Q-Who. That would be an interesting one. I should start just doing origin stories next. Origin of the Borg. That'd pretty much be about that, actually, come to think it. I let them fight it themselves. Yeah, I know it'd be humanoid, it's just a case of what was the actual species.
I'm detecting something on an intercept course. It is quite sizable.
There's also it'll be a Delta Quadrant species, but which one? Creep the socks off. About 13, 14 years on and off. And on 2 platforms. PC first, then Xbox when my PC gave up the ghost for a few years, and then back on PC. Might as well have secret hideout, does it, Bennett? You know that.
Destroy it before it attacks the cooperative.
It'd be interesting to see if they bring the Borg into Academy. That would be very interesting. 40-part Borg cubes. With 40-part drones. I'm guaranteed they'll be able to play STO. Play STO on a pocket calculator. I am knackered tonight. Oh. Yeah, enough. It's suffering. Question is it STO that's making me yawn, or is it just the amount of physical work I had to do today? Coupled with the painkillers I had to take. It'd be an interesting experiment. I know you don't need to be bugger. I've seen you try to repair that ship there. Anyway.
The collective will not fall here. I will not allow it.
You will be eliminated.
I do miss the snow, but for me it's a novelty.
3 dreadnoughts.
Well,
They're
first
attacking
couple of
one
days it's like,
another. This is
whoo,
your chance.
snow, yay! Then afterwards it's like, I really can't be bothered dealing with all these idiots that can't drive in the snow, or constantly cleaning the driveway, and all the rest of it. Hi, Porky Queen, die. No reason that snow wears a bit thin for me these days is I no longer have my trucks. Whereas for most winters I had either a Shogun or a Ranger. Now I've got an ID4. Totally different animal. Really got to stop yawning, or conversely go and get caffeine, one of the two, but caffeine at this time of night, yeah. What wee bugger we still not destroyed? Oh no, we didn't destroy them in time. Ah. Yes, yes you did. Right, I'm going to do one more run, and that was, as I say, you're running my head off here, and so I'm going to switch to my main, and I'm going to grab the Kittimer and do one more run. This is solid. T-packs. Visit bridge. Swap the ship. I'll invite you to team in a minute, Dan. I'm going to put that in proper temperatures for us, Eric. I can't bother trying to convert it myself. It's only minus 20 degrees Celsius. That's t-shirt weather. Shorts and t-shirts for a Scotsman. I can't actually remember the last time we actually had it that cold, to be fair. It's been a few years. There we go. interior. Exactly, look at the upside. For all that force red, a shield would go quite nicely on this one. Right, where's Dan? Fair enough. Out with Scotland, they get better, well, honest. What's Josh doing on? I think you've stopped playing. Dan, you joining this one? There we go, thank you. Right. Pop it around, see what comes in. What notifications have I got? Oh, Hive Onslaught. Nice. I wish they stopped trying to get me to do that Marvel Strike Force or whatever the heck it is. That's all the only sponsorships I tend to get through. Some of these Tihamis popped the wrong way around. I wish they'd fix this fucking shield ballast and tray thing because it's annoying as hell. I don't know how many times I've saved this loadout. What we've got into it down these Galax, Lexington, Oven, and see that's a Manticore.
That form was fled. Weak. Battle.
I think my ship thinks it's more of a lover than a fighter. I'm just upset Cheopsis is taking more than 20 seconds. Signs. Yeah, it was. Danny got hit the queen with the subnuke.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will
Prefer not to get a feedback pulse. There we go.
Eternal! This is not the end.
Well, I hate to tell you, Queenie, but it is.
You will find clarity. You will have strength of purpose. You will be born.
Nice and straightforward, mate. Nice and straightforward. I am absolutely done in after today. I've still got that third episode of Academy to go and watch, so I can put me to sleep. Everybody wants a bit of attention, She screams that she's eternal. Some folk give out keys. Right, I am going to end it there, folks. And I know it's a bit short, but I'm going to send Twitch over to Twisted Pickles. Basically just because he's a pickle and he's twisted. I might stream Star Citizen tomorrow night, depending how tired I am. And I'll decide it's going to be STO or Star Citizen on Sunday. So you can watch for the announcements coming up. Thanks to everybody that's followed, that's joined this evening, and for the bits. And I shall catch you in the next one. And over to Twisted Pickles.